All right, what do we have here? An Anytone Aries 2. And it is not that exciting right now, but I got plans for this thing. Yeah. So what I would like to do is spice this thing up a little bit and add something onto it. I'm not going to say what it is quite yet. I may give it away in the thumbnail for this video when I get done with everything and decide to upload it. So you may already know based on what you clicked on to see this. But as of right now, we're starting with a stock Aries 2 new radio. First one I'm messing with, and right off the bat, I gotta open it up and I gotta do the deal, and I gotta get in there and I just gotta put my twist on it. I know, I just can't leave a good working radio alone. Call me crazy, I don't know what it is. I just think it's fun to modify and change and customize radios. Let's do it. So what am I doing with this board separated from the heatsink? Well, I'm glad you asked. I've done enough of these to know that there is a capacitor. Where is it? Right there. It's a 470 microfarad cap that likes to blow up on these. Don't know why. The only thing I could say is because it's rated at 16 volt and it's cheap quality. But for some reason, I've had a few of them go pop to the point where as soon as I get one of these RFX kits, I take that capacitor out and solder in a new one before I even do anything else. That's the first thing I do with these. It's one mounting screw that holds the board in there. Swap out that cap, and then there's no worries about possibly, did I get a bad cap RFX, or is this one going to hold up or what, because I've installed them. Put power to it, start running it, and you hear a poop or a pop or a bang or a whiz, and that cap blows up. So not taking any more chances. That thing gets replaced right off the bat. All right, let's get back to it. Well, what do we got here? We got a Anytone Aries 2 with the RFX installed now. So she's all done, ready to go. And I think it came out pretty darn good. You guys might hear my printer going in the background. Sorry about that. I'm trying to print out some more power supply cases for everybody. I do appreciate the orders that came in for those so far. If you have one ordered, I am working on it. So pumping them out. Really do appreciate you guys grabbing those. So this is pretty cool. What we ended up doing was put an on-off switch back here. Okay, really no good place on the front, especially with the way these are you know, software driven and everything like that. You don't want to go screwing around with anything in there and cutting traces and stuff like that. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go old school, toggle switch out the back. Not going to get fancy, anything like that, and it works just well. So these are kind of interesting as far as what they do with the power turned up and what they do with the power turned down. So the only way these things swing, from what I'm finding out and testing, and I've tested this thing like all day pretty much, and when you have the carrier up on AM, of course, they swing pretty good. Now when you have it, let's see, what do we have our power set at? I think it's like 18. Yeah, like 18. Okay, so when it's down lower like that, it swings 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3, like 20 watts. Okay, now when I turn it up, that's max RF power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, what a big difference. So these are one of those type of radios where if you try to have a low carrier for an amp or something like that, you lose a ton of modulation, you lose your swing. So that's, I think, why they went ahead and put that NPC option in here. Now, I did do a bunch of testing with that NPC option on and off, and when it's on, she swings. And to the point where it's causing a little bit of pinching and flat topping on AM, okay? Sideband, I think it works really, really good on sideband, the NPC. So that's kind of a bummer that you can't use it for both modes, but a lot of guys that are going to be using these, I think, are just going to be happy with the radio overall. And if you choose to use the NPC, which is through, now this is different than the NRC, this is for receive. The NPC is, you know, like a negative peak compression. So let me just run through this thing quick here for you guys and show you how I have it set up on recommendations, and then I can just get trying to gauge some interest in if you guys, you know, would be interested in something like this. So this is going to be for sale. Definitely for sale, but I just want to see how many people might be interested in something like this. All right, so I have NPC off. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go back down to 18. That's where I have, now what's nice about this is the RF power shows you you know exactly where your RF power is based on the readout here. That's awesome. So when I could set this up for a customer and say, hey, RFX is on, run your power at 18. Okay, sure, no problem. They go in here, and you don't have to say, oh, 12 o'clock. Well, oh, I don't know, my eyes are kind of screwy. Is that 12? I can't see. So this is nice big digits there. You take it down, 18. Yeah, oh, that's what he said to do. All right, I'm good to go. Let's flip that on. Okay, what do we get? 50 watt element on the left. We're actually a tad high. Okay, let's actually take it down to, let's take it down to 16. Let's see how that looks. Looks good right there. All right. I want to make sure our mic gain's up all the way. Audio check. Radio check. Audio. Okay, so we had about 20 watts to 80 watts. So, not too bad. Radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's our forward average. Not too shabby. Okay. Now we'll go to sideband. Right there. Audio. She really catches, the limiter's really catching her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 90 there on the absolute peaks. Audio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if I turn this up, now we're on sideband, we could turn that up. Radio, audio, it's a little bit more steady. Audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not really a big difference, but what I want to show you is if I go into NPC on sideband, okay. I think I have to hit up. Whoops, what did I do? Yeah, I think I have to hold this and turn the radio on, right? Nope, wrong button. Alright, hold on, I'll get it right. Wrong button again. Why isn't that working? There we go. Okay, so go over here. Right, I said it was off. It is. I can turn it on. Boom. Turn it back off. Set so it saves. Turn it back on now. And let's watch our sideband now. 1, 2, 3. Audio. Look how that meter. Now I don't care. I'm just showing you guys the difference. Oh, it puts the 50 over in the corner. I mean, that's really strong if that's what you need and that's what you're looking for. Okay, you run your radio how you want to run it, but I'm just showing you the difference between going from that MPC. It does work on sideband, Okay, some guys were thinking it only worked on AM. So, yeah, there is that. Now, let me show you on AM. We gotta go to right there. Oh, I gotta turn my power down, right? 16. Let's go down to that. Okay. About the same, right? Audio about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The only thing is she's gonna pinch a little bit, but you do get a little bit more. You do get more modulation, but you sacrifice your clean signal. So here it is. Here it is. It's definitely not clean, right? Okay, she's pinched. I told you. Now I'm gonna go in and turn the MPC off. Okay. I don't know why I keep hitting the wrong thing for this. Oh, come on. Why does it do that? Go back in, NPC, off, save it. Take that out now because we're going to use the generator. Turn it back on. Everything's still the same. Now let's check our signal. Clean as a whistle, perfect waveform. With the RFX on, doing about 75 watts on a tone. Take that off. Only does 19 watts on a tone. Okay, that's all it does. So I think that's pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think it's cool. I could let you guys hear some over-the-air audio. It actually sounds really good. Especially with a little bit of echo. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got too much echo in it. All right. Put the, let's see, we'll put this on. 1, 2. Yeah, she's feeding back. It's too close, too much power with the RFX on. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. Thought it was pretty cool. All right, so Anytone Aries 2 RFX95HD. So you could have some nice power out of this thing from a lower carrier. And then if you still want to run a bigger barefoot carrier, then you'll get your full wattage out of it. But otherwise, you can run it with the RFX, turn your carrier down. Like I said, I have this one set for about 16 on the RF power, and you're good to go. CQDX 2030. Operator Matt, we're trying. Hey, how about it out there in DX land? 2030. Looking for a radio check up here in the Keystone State. Yeah, I hear that Fort Worth mobile out there. 2030, Pennsylvania. 2030. You got Matt, the Radio Garage. We're trying.
World Radio 559, talking to Bay, San Francisco.
How about you, boys? We're trying to test out a radio here. Any of my fellow operators out there, give me a radio check. You got Matt, the Radio Garage. 2030. We're trying.
2030 is working down here in Texas, 451.
Yeah, 451, appreciate it. Yeah, running an Anytone here, testing it out with an RFX. How's she sounding? Pretty good?
Sounding real good. I like the Anytones. I have one of those myself, one of those quad fives. Yeah, it sounds good, brother.
All right, I appreciate it. Yeah, you got Matt, the Radio Garage. I just put an RFX kit on this. I was just seeing how she sounded on sideband. Roger?
Roger, on frequency too. I'm on the AC right now. Yeah, it's sounding good.
I appreciate it. All right, thank you much. Appreciate the comeback. I'm going to post up this video in a little bit here, and you see yourself coming through on this radio if you want later.
Alrighty, have yourself a fine one up there, 2030, 451 Northern Texas. Back out.
Okay, 451. Appreciate it. Enjoy the DX. We'll catch you again another time.
67 in Boston. Yes, sir. We got you down here on the Lone Star State.
There you go, guys. So she's sounding real good with the RFX on, and yeah, you can see the switch is up. So well, it's hard to see, but there it is. RFX is on. Everything's sounding good. So have no fear when using this baby on sideband, and it's staying pretty cool. If you want, I could always put a fan on these, so that's not a problem. If somebody wants a fan, you just tell me ahead of time and we'll get a fan put on. Obviously for a little bit of a additional cost, but if cooling is an issue or a concern of yours, I could do that as well. But yep, on air test, we got her done. Made the trip to Texas. Little Anytone, right on frequency, they said, so that's a good deal. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool for somebody. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Radio Garage, we're off the key.